What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, all of my beautiful, beautiful, limitless sisters. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Thursday Night Live with Myra. On this night, I'm excited. We're going to be talking about limiting beliefs and how to challenge them and conquer them, and so that we can have the lives that we want, so we can achieve our dreams, so that we can propel forward and move forward in spite of what we've been told, what we've been made to believe. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hello, Laura. Hello, Lordine. Thank you so much for being here. I am excited about this one because we have lived a life being tricked, being bamboozled into believing all these things that weren't true, that had no validity, that had no truth in them. So it is time to conquer them. So hello, hello. I'm so glad everybody is here. For those that don't know or that may be new to the group, my name is Myra, and I am a licensed professional counselor, but I am also a no limits coach. Welcome to my life. Welcome to your new life. Welcome to taking the limits off and being limitless and fearless and all of those amazing things. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the journey, right? To how we're going to change our lives. And tonight, I'm excited because we're going to start with something that is probably deeply ingrained in us, right? It's been in us maybe since before we were created, while we were maybe even in our mother's womb. These beliefs were being poured into us, instilled into us, and we didn't even know it. So I wanted to take a few minutes of your time tonight, and let's just have a conversation about it. And I want you to share with me as I share with you. First, I want to thank you all for being here. I don't take this for granted. You guys have busy lives. You ladies have a lot to do. You know, we as women, we wear many, many hats. So there's always something we could be doing, but you took out the time to come and be with me tonight. And I'm so grateful. I do not take it for granted. So let's just start with these thoughts. I want you to listen to what I read here and think about these things and see if any of them resonate with you. I'm too old. I'm not smart enough. I'm not educated enough. I'm afraid of trying and failing. You have to have money to make money. I've already tried everything. It's selfish of me to want more. I don't feel like I really deserve it. I don't have the willpower, and all the good ones are taken. Think about it. Do any of those things resonate with you? Have any of those things actually come out of your mouth? And if they haven't, have you at least thought it? Like on a regular basis. These are your thoughts. When it comes to pursuing your dream, when it comes to pursuing your goals, do any of these things come to mind? Probably. At least one of them on this list. And there's many, many more. That's just 10, right? Excuse me. So what these things are self-limiting beliefs. These are things that we tell ourselves all the time on a consistent basis. And most of the time, they're not true. Most of the time, they're not true. Now, when it comes to a definition for limiting beliefs, good evening, Gwendolyn. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the group. I'm so excited. So glad to see you. When it comes to a definition for limiting beliefs, I read a few and I had my own in mind, but I found this one that I did like, and it's simple. And so I want to share it with you. It says, limiting beliefs are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and our dreams. Limiting beliefs are false beliefs that prevent us from pursuing our goals and our dreams. Whether that dream is a dream job, whether that dream is a relationship, a good, healthy relationship, whether that dream is going back to school, um, or going to school, like you never got to go to college and now you want to go to college, um, whether that dream is going for that promotion that you saw posted at work and you're like, I would love to do that. I think I can do that. Whatever the dream is, whatever the goal is, the limiting beliefs prevent you from even pursuing it. Like you won't even consider it. I mean, it may be a fleeting thought, but then you're just like, nah, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I can't do that. Right? So we've all done that at least once in our lives for whatever reason. And so I thought it would be a good idea to look at where the limiting beliefs actually come from. Like, what is their origin? How do they start? And there's several ways that they can start. And I'm going to share, I use my own life to try to make you to help you understand how they can start. And there's several different origins. One is your personal experience, right? Hereditary experiences, fear and excuses, society, social circles, religion, and culture. Okay. So for a personal experience, I was a single mom, and I believed because I was a single mom, I could never go back to school because there was no time. There was not any time. Not me trying to take care of two children. Not any time for that. An hereditary experience is something that was passed down from, say, your mom, your grandma, that, women couldn't do certain things. Our place was to be quiet and to be supportive of our husbands and just stay in that place, that we shouldn't go outside of that, right? Fear can create a limiting belief because you believe that you're not smart enough, that you're going to make yourself look stupid. If you stand up in front of people and try to speak and talk to people, you're going to look crazy and people are going to laugh at you. So you just get scared and you don't do it. Society says there's a certain way to do things, right? You go to school, you go to college, you get a job, then you get married, and then you have the children, right? That's what society says. Well, at least back in the day, that's the way it was. Society said that's the order. Well, for me, it didn't work that way. I was all out of order. I put the baby before the marriage and before finishing college, right? So I thought I'll never be able to do it. I'll never be able to go back to school. Religion says, some religions say, marriage is till death do us part. And there is no room for divorce because you shouldn't get a divorce because the Bible says you shouldn't get a divorce. So you got to stay married to this person who is not for you, and it's not working out, and they're abusive and they're neglectful, but you got to stay, and you can't ever be by yourself because you're breaking the rules of the Bible. But if you do get a divorce, you can't remarry again, right? Those are those rules. And finally, culturally, when a woman's place, it used to be a woman's place is in the kitchen and the bedroom. That's where they do their best work, right? That's what we do. We're in the kitchen and the bedroom. If we go outside of those parameters, then we're out of order. Hey, Grishelle, good to see you. Thank you for being here. So, some of those limiting beliefs come from all of these different places. Now, not everyone has all of these issues or all of these origins, but they're there. They happen. We have at least one or two of them, right? It's just been indoctrinated in us that we don't break the rules. You stay within those parameters. Hey, Auntie, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we look at that and we get stuck, and we get our brains get stuck, our beliefs get stuck, and we carry that around, and we don't think we can do anything. If it's up to these rules, we wouldn't do anything. Women would have never voted. Women would have never been able to do anything. And so we have to change those things. How do we change them? How do we overcome them? Well, first, the first thing we have to do is acknowledge that we have them. Um, we have to, I would suggest, well, I'll tell you that later. We have to acknowledge that we have them and that they are a barrier to us reaching our goals. They're in the way. We have to acknowledge them first. It's just like in recovery, they say, look, I don't want to get the steps wrong, but you got to acknowledge that you have a problem. You got to acknowledge that you don't have any control over alcohol and drugs. That's the first thing you got to do here when you're challenging these unlimiting beliefs. You have to acknowledge that they're there because they do exist. Um, and then you have to recognize that it's just a belief. It doesn't make it true. Just because you believe it, it doesn't make it true. So it's just a belief. Then you have to challenge that belief with what is true. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at history. Let's look at all the people that are making all these changes in the world, and they're just taking the limits off, and they're just going for it. They're not being held captive by these beliefs. So let's look at that. How can we challenge that with the truth in our own lives? Because we can. Then we have to create a new belief. We have to be able to create something new for ourselves. So let's see, where can I start? Um, after I finished my undergrad degree, I tried to get a job in business because my undergrad is in business. It has nothing to do with counseling or social work or psychology. So I was trying to get a regular job, and I kept hitting the glass ceiling. I kept hitting roadblocks, and I couldn't do it. So I thought I was stuck. I thought I would just be stuck in my position. And so I worked for an amazing principal who said to me, Myra, you should go back to school. And you should get your master's degree. What is it you want to do? And she just kept, saying all this stuff. And I was like, well, I know I want to be a counselor. I've always wanted to be a counselor. I've known since I was a little girl, I was supposed to be a counselor, social worker or something. She's like, well, just go back to school. You can go for it. I was like, but I can't. I have 2 kids I got to take care of. I'm a pastor's wife. I don't have time for that. I don't have the money for that. And then I got to go to school in Atlanta. I don't like to drive in Atlanta. It makes me anxious. I can't handle that stuff. It's too much. I'll just be a secretary until I retire, and that'll be fine. I'll have a nice retirement, and that'll be good. That'll work for me. And she was just like, Myra, stop it. You can do anything you want to do, and do it for a little while. You're not going to be in school forever. It's only 2 or 3 years. Take the limits off. Stop. She said you need to change how you think and how you see life, because there's so much out there for you to do. And you have so much potential. And I was just like, I was sitting there one day. I was like, wait a minute. I can do anything for a little while. Like 2 or 3 years, I can make the sacrifice. I have a village. I have a strong village. I have my parents. I have my husband. My kids are older. They're not little kids. They don't need me to babysit them. I can do it. There's no reason for me not to. Hello. Thank you for being here. Danita, thank you for being here. And Clarissa, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. So yeah, then I was like, but I can do it, and I'm going to do it. And so I did. I just signed up for grad school. Didn't know where the money was coming from. Didn't know how I was going to make it through panic attacks driving through Atlanta, because, baby, that is not my deal. But I did it. It took me 3 years, but I did it. And now I'm able to do what I wanted to do, but it changed. It started with changing my mindset. I had to stop putting limitations on myself based off of my fears, based off of what people said I could and couldn't do, based off of my past. I had to take the limits off. So then I start practicing. The last thing you're going to do is start practicing your new beliefs. You're going to come up with new beliefs for yourself. Not only can I finish grad school, but I can run my own practice. I can work for myself. I can take care of, clients and people, and I'm gifted. And I just started changing all of the things that I believed about myself. And so I created a whole new life. And that's what you can do too. You have a whole new life ahead of you. You may be getting ready to retire, and you like, what am I going to do with myself? Because I don't have education, or I never finished school, or I won't have a job. What am I going to do? Create it. You can do it. You can, whatever you put your mind to, you can do, but you got to believe it. And you got to change some of those core beliefs that you have that limit you from doing those things that you want to do. Hello, Valerie. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Finally. So I have a little exercise for y'all. I like to give y'all little assignments each week. I want you to take the time to think about what it is you've always wanted to do. That maybe that one dream you've always had and you've kind of pushed it back or thought you couldn't do it because of your limiting beliefs. I want you to write it down. I want you to write that dream down. Then I want you to write down all of the limiting beliefs you have about pursuing that dream, that goal. Write those down, because that's where we're acknowledging that they're real, that you do have them. Okay. Then if you have, like, if your limiting belief is, I can't do it, I'm too old, I want you to take that can't out and put the can in. I can do it. I am not too old. I am just the right age. Whatever it is, I want you to change it. I want you to change it. And I want you to start speaking that over yourself, right? I want you to start saying it out loud to yourself. Say it so that you can hear it. Sometimes you got to hear. You can't just hold it up here. You got to speak it. And I believe when you speak things out, it has more power. As they say, the universe hears it. God hears it, right? And then your faith gets activated and you get encouraged and you get motivated. And before you know it, you're signing up for that first class. Or before you know it, you're signing up on that dating app or however you choose to meet someone. Just go for it. And then lastly, I want you to write down what you believe it'll look like, and maybe set a date of some sort when you want to achieve that goal, right? And go for it. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Be willing and open to change all of those limiting beliefs, to challenge them. And you always challenge them with what's true, with what's factual, with what you can actually see in front of you. All things are possible, ladies. We can do it. I've lived it. I know it. I believe it for you too. So I say, just go for it. I hope that I've said something tonight that will encourage you and motivate you to go after your dreams. Take the limits off. That's why you're here. You didn't join this group just because I asked you to. There's a part of you that believes that you have limitless possibilities, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, right? That you can go for it and make a difference and change your life and live the life you've always wanted to live. And that's the goal. This is Myra. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you were encouraged by something I said, and I want you to do your homework. I want you to go for it. Now, I will be having a workshop coming up in May. I haven't nailed down the dates yet because I have graduations and all this kind of crazy stuff going on that I just recently found out about. But I am going to do a workshop. I will let you guys know. And it'll be like a live webinar or masterclass. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I will let you know. I'll be posting it. I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I do not ever take this for granted. I'm honored by your presence. I'm honored by your feedback and your attention. And remember, bring a friend with you. Invite someone to an amazing woman to join this group. Somebody that's motivated and ready to change and ready to take the limits off. Invite them to the group. I welcome all ladies who are ready to make the change. This is Myra. I hope you have a beautiful evening, and I cannot wait. I'm here every Thursday at 7 o'clock. I may be changing the time. I'm not sure yet because I have a class. I have some other stuff coming up that I may need to come on like 30 minutes earlier. I haven't figured that out yet. But for now, it's Thursday Night Live with Myra at 7 o'clock. So I will see you all. Oh, wait. No. Next week, I will not be here next week. Next week, I have to go to Memphis to visit my grandchildren. So I will not be live, but I will record something and have it posted so you guys can still get some information. And if you're watching the replay of this video, please in the comment box write hashtag replay or replay, just so that I can know you're here, because I don't take your time for granted. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful evening. Peace out, everybody.